If this heart gives the smallest glow, I think that I can see it show. Your eyes have a spark, you know. Open them and see me go.
Did you two have yourselves a good time?
Yes, Mom, we did. It's a shame you couldn't be there with us. Because of. Well, you know.
Carlee, I think it's best that you give me and your mother some privacy. It's been a long night. Why don't you go to your room and have a little downtime before bed?
Alright, Dad, if you insist. I love you both, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night.
Good night, Carlee. We'll see you in the morning. Is it too much to ask of our own 17-year-old daughter to be on her best behavior? Especially when I plan out an entire night for the whole family.
What happened at the movie theater tonight is not your fault, dear. Taylor has nobody to blame but herself. She chose to make poor decisions, and now she's facing the consequences.
I know. But I just wish things could be different. It's the same old thing with Taylor. She acts up, lands herself into trouble, then faces the consequences when she has to answer to us. Her troublemaking has gotten worse ever since we moved here.
Jade, you shouldn't beat yourself up like that. Despite the sacrifices we've had to make, your new courthouse job here in Tyndale Valley is giving all of us a much-needed change of scenery, and will give this family a chance to start over. Taylor may not be showing any changes, but Carlee's a completely different story. She's doing what she can to make new friends, landed herself her very first job, and recently started doing meditation as a hobby, which has made her life much easier.
You're right, Dan, and I'm very proud of Carlee for all of her progress. It's just not right that she's had to suffer quite a bit because of Taylor's behavior over these many years. And after tonight, I'm just not sure how Taylor should be punished.
Come on, why don't we go upstairs and get settled in for the night? We'll discuss Taylor's punishments in the morning.
Hey Carlee, what's up?
Oh, hi Jason. I wasn't expecting you to be calling me at this time. I was in the middle of some meditation.
You were? That's cool that you're taking up such a hobby. You know, my cousin Mike and his girlfriend Jackie also do meditation at a Buddhist temple in the city. You should consider taking a session or even a class with them sometime.
I'll think about it. No promises though, I like to try and meditate at my own pace.
Understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Anyway, I was just calling to let you know that I found someone you might be interested in making friends with.
Really? Who is it?
His name is Jace, Jace Hubbard to be more precise. He lives in Tyndale Valley, in the same neighborhood my girlfriend lives in. He's a little shy at first, but is nonetheless quite the character, and a really nice guy once he opens up.
Interesting, sounds like he's someone to look into. But I'm a little curious. What did you mean when you said that this Jace is quite the character?
Believe me, it's best you don't find out until you see the poster in his room. But regardless, he's a pretty awesome guy to hang out with. Me and my friends should know. You should send him a friend request and ask him to meet up sometime.
Well, I don't know Jason. If I send this, Jace Hubbard, a friend request, he might just decline it, probably won't even take notice.
You won't know for sure unless you try, Carlee. Consider giving it a shot. I gotta go now, and get ready for tomorrow. Talk to you later.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting to see that. Normally you're in the middle of meditation right about now.
How much of that conversation did you hear?
Not a lot, but I heard just enough to get an understanding that you're feeling a little hesitant.
You really think so? I doubt that, Dad. It was nothing more than a conversation that I wasn't expecting to happen tonight.
Even if that was true, Carlee, your current facial and physical expressions are clearly telling me another story. You don't have to try and hide it. Be honest with me. Are you feeling a little hesitant?
Yeah, I guess so.
Honey, what's on your mind? Normally you're not like this. Is it because of what happened with your sister? Or is it because of something else?
Actually, both. Mom had tonight all planned out, for all of us as a family, and Taylor went out of her way to ruin it, by making a huge scene by having a tantrum. And, even though I have my own personal space, and have found inner peace thanks to my meditation, there's no escaping from the truth, that Taylor's made my life difficult, and much harder.
I know, honey. Taylor's actions have made all of our lives in this family much more difficult. There have been many sacrifices that have had to be made, for all of us, and your mother and I agree, that it's not right that you also have to suffer. After we moved here back in January, Taylor's behavior has gotten worse. And believe me, this wouldn't have happened, had it not been for those no-good friends of hers she's been hanging out with. Especially, that no-good troublemaker, Jerome McGrath.
Yeah, you're right, but even so, the damage has already been done. And Taylor won't simply abandon her current peers. She's made her choice.
Carlee, do you remember that special passage that your grandmother wrote many years ago, and used to tell you? Back when you were really little.
The times in the past cannot be changed. Their chapters and stories have already been written.
Yep. And do you remember how the rest of that passage goes?
The future, on the other hand, has chapters that have not yet been written, and you must choose how you will write them down.
Exactly. Your grandmother always said that that passage can have a meaning for one's life, whether the choices are bad or good. The choices Taylor is making in her life are bad. But you're doing the complete opposite, by making choices that are good. Don't let hesitation make those choices harder for you. As your father, deep down, I truly believe you'll continue to make the right choices, no matter how things may seem, or how you may feel. Now that that's said and done, you should get ready for bed, try and get some sleep, and put what's happened tonight away for good. I love you, Carlee.
I love you too, Dad. And thank you for giving me some reassurance.
Of course. Your mother and I are always here for you, if you ever need to share your thoughts, concerns, or feelings. And I'm sure your friends would do the same.
Finally, everyone is fast asleep, meaning I can do as I please. It's absolutely unfair how I have to be punished, after my parents refused to let me see Fantasy Island, and Carlee opened her pretty little mouth to be the annoying sister she is. Well, it doesn't matter. They deserve everything that they have coming to them. Now then, let's see what's available, and up for grabs to snack on in the kitchen. Well, well, well. Taylor Rosehaven, you just hit the jackpot. Leftover chocolate cake, from Cousin Megan's birthday party. And it's all mine. I'm sure nobody will mind if I just finish it off. This cake is going to be so delicious.
Taylor, what the hell? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and you gave me the impression that someone broke into the house. I was literally seconds away from pulling the gosh darn trigger.
Oh, were you now? I can't believe you. You claim to be Little Miss Perfect, someone who doesn't get into trouble with mom and dad. And yet you are standing over there, ready to shoot your own sister.
Do you think I'm actually stupid and heartless enough to actually do something like that?
Evidently, yes. And you're not even supposed to be in possession of one of Dad's firearms, so you're just as guilty as me.
At least I had a reason for borrowing one of Dad's firearms. I was scared for my safety, as well as Mom and Dad's. Plus I've had plenty of firearm safety training. Also, why is this chocolate cake sitting on the counter?
I don't have to tell you. It's none of your pretty little business.
Taylor, Carlee, what is with all of this loud racket? Do you two have any idea how early in the morning it is?
And why is that leftover chocolate cake from your cousin Megan's birthday party sitting on the counter? We want an explanation, right now, from both of you. Starting with you, Carlee. Explain your side of the story.
Well, I was fast asleep in my room, enjoying a wonderful dream, when all of a sudden, I was awoken by the sound of the floor creaking out in the hallway. To me, it really sounded like someone broke into the house. And I didn't want to wake you two and have you get mad at me for waking you up early, so I took matters into my own hands. I grabbed one of Dad's firearms and cautiously checked all around the house, to see if I could spot anyone. Eventually I heard noises coming from the kitchen, so I approached with caution, turned on the light switch and pointed the gun at what I thought was a robber, when in reality, it was just Taylor, with the cake sitting in front of her on the counter. I'm going to bet anything, that she was going to eat that whole cake in one sitting. I was going to confront Taylor more about the cake, but then you two came into the kitchen. And that is my side of the story. I admit, I was wrong to take one of Dad's guns in the first place, and I'm really sorry I did. I just wanted to do what I thought was right, and protect this family.
Well, Carlee, if you are being truthful with us, we're glad you admitted to what you did wrong, but we're still a little disappointed with you. It was very dangerous for you to take one of your dad's firearms without permission.
So, am I going to get punished?
Well, that's going to depend on what Taylor has to say with her side of the story, Carlee. You might be getting off easy, or you might be facing serious consequences. It's all going to depend, if your sister will be honest with us.
All right, Taylor, your turn. And we're going to give you a warning. You're already facing consequences after what happened at the movie theater. So if you lie to us, you're going to be in even more trouble. Now, what's your side of the story?
Alright, this is my side of the story. I was fast asleep in my room, but then I woke up because I felt really thirsty, so I decided to come downstairs and get a drink. When I came into the kitchen, Carlee was eating the cake, and she saw me. She had one of Dad's firearms in her hand, and threatened to shoot me if I told anyone. I confronted her about it, and then eventually, you two came into the kitchen. And that's my side of the story.
You're lying, Taylor.
No, I'm not. You're just lying so you can get me into more trouble.
Both of you knock it off, and look at us, because we have something to say.
Turn around, and look up.
A security camera?
This has to be a joke, right?
You seem surprised, Taylor. Well, now you know about our new home security system, which was installed while we were out having our family night. I wonder if the footage will back up your story.
Great, now I'm definitely screwed, big time.